Welcome to the official return of Rain City Roar. I'm Butler.
I'm Neil.
And I'm Detroit Rick. What's up, bitches? We back, baby. Woo!
Been a couple
Ain't
years,
no
boys.
party like a Detroit party.
Ricky's ready to go. Hey, guys, welcome. If you haven't been here before, it gets a little adult themed, but we'll try to keep it somewhat PG friendly.
Now put your kids to bed.
Only for Detroit Rick. So we're Rain City Roar, originally from Seattle. I am. Neil up there and Detroit Rick, they are from the Detroit area. So we started this podcast in 2015, I think. Did it for about 3 years, 4 years, and then we took a couple years off, kind of drifted apart. I had to move, and some stuff happened, but technology has allowed us to do this now, and we're stoked and ready to go. So if you guys want to jump on, chat with us, and throw some questions at us, feel free to do it. We're all about it. So Detroit Rick, where are you from, baby?
I'm from Taylor, Kentucky. I'm a downriver rat, baby.
Right on.
As soon as I got out of high school, I joined the Army and retired out here in Washington.
Nice.
After 20 years of service.
And how about you, old Neil Bob?
I was born in Port Huron, Michigan. Grew up and spent my better years. In Mile, Michigan. And then accidentally got drunk and joined the Army and ended up out here.
Well, I was kind of stoned when I did it.
All right. Well, let's get right to it, boys. It was a game. Didn't start out as much of a game. I mean, the first drive was great, but the first half was a big struggle.
Yeah.
What do you think, Neil?
Let me ask you this question.
Half. Okay.
Coming into the season, are the Eagles a playoff team?
Yep.
At least
they
the
played the playoffs, right? Okay.
Yep.
You're talking this year or last year?
This year.
Okay. I don't know.
Are they capable of being a playoff team?
Sure, anybody is.
No, not the Jaguars.
Wait, we have breaking news. Hold on, we have our first
breaking news.
First same old Lions quote. There it is, right there, boy. Boy, that didn't take long at all. I thought that was going to be a little bit later.
SLO.
Hey, you know what? Kiss my ass, man.
SLO.
You tell him, Rick. Tell him.
I'm telling you what. We lost this game, but I'm comfortable with this loss because we have a lot of rookies. Yeah, we had a lot of drop balls and a lot of missed tackles. But I guarantee you, Dan Campbell's going to fix that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I was so confused after the first half.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I can say I'm definitely wrong about the offensive line, and I'm probably super wrong about the defense. So, Neil, you win. But yeah, that defense was really struggling the first half.
Right. Well, they're young rookies. Okay, we have two amazing players who made an impact, but not enough. But they're young kids, and they're going to learn this game. I mean, Rodrigo was all over the place, man. That boy was everywhere. Hutchinson, he was good, but they're going to learn this game. It's just speed. They left college. Now they're in the big leagues now, baby.
Yeah,
Hutchinson got shut down for most.
He did. I like the way they were lining up though with him, where they were pretty much piling those guys right next to each other.
There was a point where they should have shifted him over to the other side.
Right. And quit throwing a sleigh.
So we'll talk about Goff in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Let's focus on the defensive line for a minute here. I think that they should have put him on the other side against the right tackle because he was getting stood up a lot. I did not have John Kaminsky as the person that was going to name more than Hutchinson this game.
Hutchie.
But here we are. There were several names that were making an impact. 96. Was it Boggs?
Boggs.
Yeah, great game.
Yeah.
Great game. He was in there, disruptive stuff, blocking passes. Perfect. Great. Good job.
Well, so I mean, I want to jump right to the second half, but let's just get through this first half. Let's get through this first half. So can you guys answer a question for me? Goff throwing to in the first half? So
nobody.
Ramon Ra went off. His was missed, and then Hawkinson and Campbell looked like they got into it there on the sidelines after Goff completely missed him that one time. Did you notice that?
There were some words being heavy.
But here's the thing: I'm not a Goff fan. I want him to be good because I'm a Lions fan and he's my fucking quarterback. But in his defense, there was a whole lot of balls hitting their fucking dick beaters and dropping the balls. There was 5 in the first half that should have been easily caught and first downs. So okay. I'm not a Goff fan, but that was bullshit.
Well, I'm gonna first, before I respond to that, I'm gonna put up the over under today, Rick, because you already got one in. So if you guys haven't been following us, hold on,
shut your cock holster.
Okay, that's 2. So before we get going, if you guys haven't been joining us in the Hard Knocks stream here, Rick likes to say the word penis. So every week we have an over under. So Rick, take off your headphones and close your eyes while we put this up.
This is bullshit.
Do it. Close your eyes. It's a big number today. Big number. He's got his eyes closed. Big number today. All right. So the over-under is up there. You can get back on now, Ricky Bobby. So to respond to the 5 drop passes, Rick.
Put it back on yet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Put it back on.
Fucking dickhead.
So to respond to your 5 different people dropped 5 passes. Is that really? Do you think that's really 5 different people, or do you think that's how Goff throws the ball, Neil? Neil, look at your camera.
Everybody dropped passes today.
They were in their dick beaters. They hit their dick beaters. If you hit both hands, catch the ball. I'm a little fat, short little fucker with a little dick. I can't catch the ball. That's why I'm doing this. Those guys get paid to catch the ball.
I can't keep up. I mean, we're already at 6.
Dude,
I should have went higher.
Dude, if the ball hits both their hands, you got to catch it. You got to catch it.
Especially
if it's third down.
I've always agreed with that, Rick. But this, I don't know. Maybe it's just Goff. I don't know. What do you think, Neil? You were kind of, me and Rick are going at it. What do you think? Is it a little bit of both?
I would say that there's definitely a portion of the catch pass process that has to do with the quarterback. Now, the NFL receivers, if the ball hits both your hands, you should catch the ball. That's what you're there for. So there was an incredible amount of drop passes today. An incredible amount.
And caveat to that, how many missed freaking tackles? We had a chance at the end of this game. So many missed tackles.
Yeah, definitely.
I love my Lions. I love my Lions. For me, this was a game that we have a bunch of young kids. They're going to learn from this. But wrap your hands around these fuckers and tackle them. We could have had a chance at the end of this game. We had them in the backfield. And that's just one of many missed tackles.
So everybody's kind of hard on Campbell today. I don't know if I want to call Campbell out. I mean, let's just talk about the one thing that I think kind of derailed what little momentum we had, which was the onside kick.
Hold on a second.
I don't know
what's this ram it hard? What do you want to ram it hard, dude? What the fuck?
No, he's saying be tough on Campbell, but I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
No, I'm not either.
No, really quick. Andrew Steins on Facebook says he thinks he's playing Madden 23 with this team.
How do you guys get on your shit? How do I got to minimize? Hang on, I'm going to come in. I'm minimizing my shit. Give me a moment here.
Well, thanks for giving us a play-by-play, Rick. We appreciate it.
Well, shut the fuck up.
So,
hey, if you guys, you guys get a chance to share the stream, let's get some more people on here and let's get some questions going so we can keep going. Go ahead, Neil. Sorry.
So one thing that happened this game that didn't happen a whole lot in the past decade is we scored 35 points.
Yeah. You know, can I speak here real quick, Butler?
You go ahead, Rick. Go ahead. You just do what you need to do, baby.
Dude, if there's such thing as a good loss, I'm happy with this game. We did lose the game. We came back. We were down by 10 a couple times. Then came down by 17. Then we're down by 3 with a chance to win the game. So I guarantee it, you fuckers that hate Dan Campbell, shut up. He's going to rip their asses apart. They're going to be ready They're going to be hard. They're going to be driven next week, man. This was a loss that maybe was needed just to get the feel of the game, of the NFL speed and what's going on. So I think we're good. I think we're good, man.
All right. Neil?
I would agree with Rick that this was a good loss. We had several opportunities to go out there and get our asses kicked. We did not get our ass kicked.
It should have been a lot worse.
We didn't lay down.
And if you really sit back and look at it, there were a couple things, the onside kick choice being one of them, that were questionable, right? I was okay with the onside kick decision when it happened because it's like you just scored. It's a close game. You're trying to claw back into it. Try to keep the momentum going. And it didn't work out. If it would have worked out, he would have been called a genius.
Yeah, right.
But it didn't.
Hey,
so
time out real quick. Look who we have on there, Angela. Look what Angela said.
Oh, and yeah, I saw Angela's on there. That's awesome.
Look what she said, though.
Well, let me find it, Rick. There's a lot of comments on here.
Well, Angela says, "Do a shot, boys." And
do a shot. All right, let's do one.
It is to her brother, who, the Matthew Morris Player of the Week, which we got to talk about.
Yes, we do.
So Butler, do you have a fucking White Claw because you're a little bitch, or are you gonna do
whoa there, Rick? Why so violent today? How much has he been drinking, Neil?
All of it.
Well, last night was a rough night, man. I was stoked for the day, so I drank a lot of whiskey last night.
Well, let's take a shot, boys. Angela wants a shot. Let's do a shot.
I got to tap out. You guys keep on. I'll prepare the shots.
Let's get back to Deshaun wants to get back to the onside kick. I agree. I mean, I don't know what. We were talking in the chat, and Neil mentioned he's trying to get momentum, but that was not the time to do an onside kick. Can we all agree on that?
No, I won't agree with that.
Okay, all right.
I won't agree with that because I feel like it was the right decision at that time.
Yeah, that was the right.
And if it would have worked, it would have been great. But it didn't work. So it's not great. Okay. That was some serious, like, Nostradamus level stuff. But I do think that it's important to keep the momentum going when you have a chance to. And if they would have scored that touchdown and got that ball right, man, different game.
I agree.
All right. Well, hey, what do you guys think? Why don't you guys throw who you agree with, Butler or Neil and Rick? Let's see what's going on in the chat. First up, too, real quick, you guys get over to gearupdetroit.shop and use our coupon code RCR 25 off. I bought a shirt the other night with our coupon code, and I'm stoked. It worked awesome. It was really easy. So there's some really cool shirts over there too. And we're going to have an RCR themed one. I'm having somebody do the mock-up right now on it. So when that gets available, we will put that up as well.
You had to buy your shirt? I got one.
No. You're the darling of the podcast. You get everything. I have to buy stuff. All right. But I just want to test it out. It was kind of cool. There was some good stuff. All right. What do you guys want to do a shot?
Yeah. Swift, baby. He freaking lit it up today.
We're going to touch on all parts of this game.
All right. So here's to a good loss, if there is one. Today was a good loss.
Yeah.
Boys.
Cheers.
I'm not going to agree with that. I don't think it was a good loss. Like I said, the first half, I was just.
You shut the fuck up.
All right. Well, again, sounds reasonable, Rick.
I hate losing. And we're at the bar, and we had 4 or 5 Eagle fans. They were all cool, and then they got stupid because they're Eagle fans.
Oh. They were very cool.
But at the end, they got really cool because it got to be a close game. And for me to have a close, tight game like that, bear in mind, guys, we have freaking rookies. We have Rodrigo and Hutchinson, who are badass young kids who are learning the game. They've had so many close sacks. Imagine what they're going to be. They're learning the speed of the game. Preseason sucks. Preseason's shit. Today was their first game, live, real game. Next week, you're going to see a whole different ball game. These kids are going to adjust.
I think the second half kind of saved me because I was
Yeah.
I was getting pretty stressed out in the first half and frustrated. Remember what it's like to watch Detroit Lions football, but the second half.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back, boys. Now let's talk about Goff a little bit. He was 20 for 36, 212 yards, technically 3 touchdowns because he threw one to the other team and 1 interception. So, and his first half was not good.
No, but at least he's trying to throw long. He's aired it out a few times.
How many weeks did it take Goff to throw the ball deep last year?
A long time, yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
I'm cool with him taking shots.
They were pretty bad shots, but yes, I was taking shots.
They were not good. Oh.
They were bad shots, but
yeah,
I don't know. I know it's. I said what, I'd give him 6 games, right? I can't.
I thought you said it was 12.
After today,
no, I said 6.
After the day, dude, it hurt me, man, because the defense and Deshaun commented on it. I just hope they got to improve on this. Too many. We talked earlier about all the missed passes. There was a lot of drop balls. There was a lot more missed tackles. So many times they had them back, and 5-10 yards after initial contact, they got to figure out how to tackle because the defense sucked on tackling. It was horrible.
Well, look, we're still talking about offense, though. What do you say about that? The pick 6 that Goff threw, Neil? You agree with Austin?
That was. I actually want to defer and hear what coaching staff says about that one because it was so bad that either he really messed up or the receiver really messed up. Somebody really messed up, though.
Right.
Somebody did.
Yeah. And
close.
And I was waiting for people to say, well, hey, it was a deflection. But, it was a deflection. But at the same time, it was still a terrible,
but it was deflected in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, there was nothing going on. Well, I mean, to be honest, going into the first half, I think Goff, to be fair, he finished strong because I think in the first half, he ended up going, 3 for 9 for 6 yards. So,
oh, really?
I don't know what we're gonna do in quarterback.
Was that real?
We need to get somebody going here.
There's Jimmy G is available.
Jimmy G.
Real?
Mm-hmm. Garoppolo.
I wouldn't mind having Jimmy G. Take him
anyway,
over Cam Newton.
Yeah, back on the passes. Oh man, so many were right there. So many passes. Could be a whole different ball game.
Well, yeah, so many times it's so many passes and everything is right there for us. That's what's so frustrating. Right. I never see us go out and just put 21 points up on the board in the first half and be 21-7. It's always back and forth, punt, punt, touchdown. It's just.
But it's only one interception,
right?
Which was a bad interception.
Which was very fortunate too, because there were about 3 others that were real close.
Right. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, guys. Guess who we have? We have Goff. We can only hope that they can build on this and we can move forward. Like you said, Butler, the second half, he did great in the second half. He did a really good job. The few passes that were, a few overthrows, but the few passes, they weren't caught, and they hit them fuckers in their dick beaters. They should have caught them. You might as well just hit in their freaking cock holster.
That's a 2 for 1.
Wow,
I will say that one of the Eagles fans that were there that I will keep nameless, he said, "How do you pronounce 16's name?" I said, "Goff." He goes, "Oh, I thought the G was silent because he's off."
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Who said that?
Big Train. Now, Big Train, I've known him many, many years. He's from here, but when he was a young kid, he was watching the Seahawks play the Eagles, and he loved the wings on the helmet. And he is, ever since then, 20 years ago, has been a diehard Eagles fan. He comes up all the time to watch the games with us. And he's a diehard Eagles fan. Yeah, that was pretty clever right there.
Well, and let's talk about that right there. It says what's frustrating me is it takes Goff the first half to get warmed up. What do you guys think of that? I totally agree. It did take him a complete half to get warmed up.
Austin, I agree with you, brother. You're 100% correct, man. Fuck.
I feel like there was a hot start, and then an incredible cool down period through the next 2.5 quarters. It was, we'll say that he wasn't on the money. It wasn't like he felt like he was in control of the game. I was happy to see that they relied really heavily on the running game. There was 3 touchdowns. We got 5 touchdowns. 5 touchdowns today. That's a good week.
Yeah.
During Stafford's tenure in Detroit, we averaged like 21 points a game. We got 35 today.
35 today.
If we go out there every week and we get 35 points a game, dude, we're going to win some games. Dead serious. Jalen Hurts was playing some shit today where everything was last minute, and his slides and his throwaways and whatnot. I feel like he was playing the game, and he did a very good job. I feel like if I would have been on the coaching staff, I would have been like, hey, go out there and hit him until he doesn't get up. And let's make Minshew beat us.
Do you guys see Roger Lucas's statement? That was very true, brother.
Yeah, I mean,
there
definitely.
it is right there. How'd you bring that back up, dude?
I'm magic, Rick.
That's fucking badass, man.
Yeah, the defense. I'm a little concerned about the defense. The second half they picked it up a little bit, but I thought they had a little more.
They're going to be good. Bear in mind, 2 of our starters are rookies that are going to be badass. You know what, Rodrigo? So, by the way, I'm sitting next to my buddy Josh, who's Hispanic, and they showed him they make that fucking hit. I go, Rodrigo. He goes, Rick, his name's Rodriguez. I said, no, we nicknamed him Rodrigo. He's like, that's stupid. I said, yeah, he is.
Did you guys catch that? Even the announcer said, well, I don't understand why they gave him a 3-syllable nickname. It's kind of a. He just said something like that. I thought that was great. So he must be watching the podcast, the Rain City recaps of Hard Knocks. So.
Yeah. But here's the thing: we have a strong defense. This is their first game. Their first game under lights, not being under lights, but highlighting in the NFL. They're young kids who play college ball. Now they're on the big stage. They're going to take a little bit to get used to this fucking speed. They're going to be good. I'm telling you, Rodrigo and Hutch, we've got some shit right there, man.
All right, Rick's drinking the blue Kool-Aid. What about you, Neil?
I think
defense
that
is okay. I'm overreacting.
We were collectively afraid of getting flags thrown.
Well, look who was reffing.
Well, yeah. The little what is it? Elf on a shelf. What's his name?
Elf on a shelf. Yeah.
He looks like the elf.
He's caused us a couple of headaches in the past on penalties, and
which one hasn't?
No, but he specifically wasn't he in the Dallas game, and then also the fake face, the phantom face raping of Aaron Rodgers that time.
That was Cleat.
Yeah, total bullshit.
That was Cleat. Oh, that was Cleat. You're right. Sorry, Cleat's the other one.
Cleat. Okay.
That was Mr. Cleat Blakeman. But I do think that they were legitimately afraid of, or not afraid, but like kind of gun shy of getting flags thrown out.
Yeah. Well, the whole game, if you look, they showed the stats at the end of the game, dude, we were right there with the Eagles. I mean, literally, it was like 20 yards difference. Time possession was just a couple minutes off. Total yards. Now, the passing yards, of course, favored dumbass. But, they were close, man.
Hey, Rick, I want to put up this comment. This is right up your alley here. Gerald was replying to Austin earlier. If we hadn't had that pick 6, we would have won the game. But that sounds like something Detroit Rick would say, don't you think, Neil?
I think he did.
Well, yeah, that pick 6 was bad.
Yeah.
And I went to get a beer, and I went to get a picture of beer, and I turned around at my table, and they're celebrating the end zone. I thought we had the ball. What the fuck just happened?
No, I mean, if so, I hope that we don't have a season like this. But if you really want to pick apart and say there's 2 plays that made or broke this game,
that was one of them.
That was one. The onside kick was the other. That's all.
Yeah,
those two plays go the other way. They don't get 6 points off the interception, and they don't get the ball off that pick six.
And the
we win by 10.
The onside kick would give him a short field. But I would throw another play in that. We had him in the backfield with 2 minutes left, 4th and 1. They wrapped their arms around him, and he spun around and made a first down.
Yeah, the one thing you said earlier, they were not tackling well today at all. The only good tackle was when Rodrigo pancaked that guy, hip tossed him. That was about the only good open. He was an open field tackle. He stood down, he hit him, he did. But there were guys were just kind of swiping at people. And honestly, the other thing, when this game started, one thing I thought was going to go through the entire game, which changed pretty rapidly towards the end of the second quarter, is the refs were letting them play. Usually by that point in the game, we've got 14 holding calls on us.
But dude, how many shuffle passes this guy was doing? Okay, those are legal.
Oh, let's talk about
that. But the one he was in the fucking pocket, threw it to nobody. Nobody.
I actually texted Neil and said, do we still have intentional grounding as a rule? Because I don't know what that first one that he kind of shuffled past was to nobody close.
Nobody.
The second one, they're saying somebody's in the backfield. It's like, 17 yards deep.
He's not catching the ball.
Again, that's a silly. I don't want to be that guy that blames that, because that's not the reason we lost. That was stupid.
We don't want to be Seahawk fans.
And then when Anzalone got was the Anzalone that got the roughing the passer? On that one, that is exactly right. If he's going to run like a running back and he's going to go out and wait till the absolute last second and ditch passes, then you got to be able to hit him. So, you know,
I'm happy he did that. That's a penalty that I'll take.
Is anybody reading these comments on here? What's up, fellas? Want to know against the spread? We did get the spread, Austin, and I picked the Lions on the spread.
Is the run game the best part of this team right now?
Well, I'm telling you what, dude, Swift, he lit it up, man.
Yep.
Swift lit it up today. And he hit the middle, the very first run. And me and Neil like 7-5. He hit the middle. Because remember Hard Knocks? Middle.
Well, and that's the other thing I noticed, and this is always a problem with us. I don't care who's on special teams for the reception on punts.
Did you just burp?
They seem to run sideways. I'm yelling at the screen, get upfield. It's just like every time they were doing it, they would run sideways. It's like, dude, you could have got 10 yards just running straight. So I think that's something that special teams has to work on for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, there was, I think, a lot of really good learning opportunities that came out of this game. The receivers, they need some work. I was expecting them to be a strong point of the team. Didn't happen. To be fair, they didn't get them involved until late in the second quarter, and then even middle way through the third quarter. How's that being fair?
Because that wasn't obviously the run game was a big part of the game plan today. Yeah. So I mean, I'm on it, but you're right. I mean, St. Brown dropped that.
They're professional football players that went through training camp, that went through preseason. They should have been ready to play football. And
Dwayne's right. If we're going to screen that, Dwayne's right. That interception that was tipped right into his hands. Just being in the right place at the right time. Yeah. And we're going to get those lucky breaks, guys. We will get those breaks. You don't get them all the time, but we'll get them.
The biggest thing was I was waiting for – I don't know what it is. I just have that in the back of my mind. Every time they get down close to the red zone, they're going to fumble the ball. Besides the pick six, which hurt, obviously, they didn't have any turnovers.
No.
So that I think is a huge improvement too.
It was a clean game. Yeah. It was totally a clean game.
It was a team game. You're fucking right.
Well, second half. The first half was ugly.
No, overall, it was a very clean game. There was the one turnover off a broken play. Somebody screwed up. But there was the one turnover.
Rodrigo, still the worst nickname ever. Yes. Who put that on there? Was that you? Was that something?
I'm Magic, Rick. So, Rick, here's how it works. So, if I bring up one, so see how it says Rodrigo?
Yeah.
And so, but if I bring up somebody on the chat that is saying something, then it'll actually show their name. See?
Oh, hey, so Matthew, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, at least we have chased Jalen Hurts the rest of the season. That's a good point. He played. They were saying those two things: RPO all game, and then NASCAR defense. Does anybody understand exactly what the NASCAR defense is? Because they said NASCAR defense a bunch, but they all looked like different defenses to me.
We had no volume at our bar, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, they kept calling it a NASCAR defense. Did you see that, Neil, at all?
I did not personally.
He was
hear
sitting
that.
across
Okay.
the table from me.
I feel like if I had to intuitively guess what NASCAR defense was a bunch of people just doing circles and turning left. So
He's
maybe
making
that was-
a left. He's making a left turn.
Okay, I found it here. It's the name the Giants used under Steve Spagnuolo for when they would put defensive ends on the field instead of the usual 2 DEs and 2 DTs. So he's saying there's 4 defensive ends on the field. Now that's from Reddit. Okay. So, I mean, you can take what you want from that.
Don't argue with Reddit.
We don't need a Reddit thread going on us. Good Lord.
You can piss off Facebook. You can piss off Twitter. Do not, under any circumstances, piss
we love our Redditors, you guys. We love our Redditors.
Hey, Buttman. So you're Buttman. You're putting down as a running game the best part of our team right now.
Yep.
So but we can't win a Super Bowl on a running game. We can't win a playoff game on a running game.
Oh, Evan number 1. Look it.
He chimed in.
Nice. Thanks, Evan.
I have to admit,
Evan number 1.
I have to admit, I had it scrolled all the way to the bottom because I thought it was going to populate from the bottom up. So I've been looking at the same comments this whole time. Until a couple minutes ago.
How do I change
so now
that?
I scroll to the top.
We're learning, bitches.
Rick,
hey,
we're not going to give you a fucking tutorial in the middle of the podcast.
Shut your fucking cock holster.
It's like 9.
Yeah, that's 9.
Oh,
You're right.
Can I say that?
It is 9. Yep. Can you say what?
Cock holster.
You can say that, yeah.
You know what?
That's
Butler,
tough.
your head looks really big. You're putting on some weight, man.
Dude, I live around like 17 wineries within 20 miles of my house.
So
I've been drinking way too much wine.
So you have a little dicky-do, man.
Dicky-do, that's it. 11. The
over-under
today, boys. If you have the over, we're already there. And we're only 32 minutes into this podcast.
Do you know what dicky-do means? You know what dicky-do means?
I'm sure you'll tell me, Rick.
Your stomach sticks out further than your dicky-do.
You know what that reminds me? A couple weeks back, we had Rick was commenting on he doesn't understand how he could get icy hot on his balls. And I had a private message from somebody that was watching that podcast, and he said Rick must have a really small dick. Because if you touch your dick with icy hot, and then your dick goes down to your balls, then it can rub onto your balls, and that's how he got icy hot on his balls. So we assumed that he had a huge cock, right, Rick?
No, my cock's small, but it's cute. But Lord gave me a tongue.
Okay. So the over-under's already done, and we're gonna be in the. I should have went higher. I almost went 15.5, Neil.
You should have.
I know it's gonna go higher than that. We got a question for us.
It's regular season now.
Austin's helping out with the questions today. Will Harrison, Hutchinson, Bryant, 4 DEs that race the QB? I don't understand what that question means.
Yeah, Austin, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, Will, not Will Harris.
Yeah,
Will Harris
Will
and Hutchinson.
Yeah,
Bryant,
Charles
4
Harris.
Ds. Okay.
I don't know why you said Will Harris, but Charles Harris.
Will, as in will they, is what he's saying. Will Harris and Hutchinson.
Oh.
But Bryant, I don't understand where that is at.
No, I feel Austin.
What's Bryant? Will.
Austin, retype that with your real question. We're confused. But, I mean, to be fair, Rick can't read.
Yeah, I'm
Charles
from
Harris,
Kentucky. Sorry, AJ. You know I'm a downriver rat.
And Austin Bryant, the 3 of them.
Okay.
My bad. Up there,
Should they
appreciate you engaging there, fucking Austin.
You want to cut Neil off again, Rick? Or
I'll just
said the same. Shut the fuck up.
Boy, I knew I should have came out for this game. Control Rick's drinking today.
Well, last night had a lot of whiskey, a lot of cigars, and stoked for football season to start. Cherries.
Yeah, I got to admit, I'm super stoked to have even.
I'm excited, man.
As much as it hurts my heart a lot of the times watching these games, I am excited to have.
I know. I will tell you guys, man. Neil was right there at the table with me. We had a couple pitchers of beer watching the game, and we were down by 17. I thought, fuck. That interception broke our back for a moment, and I'm like, God damn it. I just wanted a close game, and then, bam, our boys stormed back.
They did.
Stormed back, made it a close game. The Lions lost this game on their stupid mistakes on tackling, in my opinion.
So let's talk about that real quick, Neil. You had mentioned it last week and said that the stadium really needs to show up. And that first drive, they were there, right? And then we had a couple bad plays, and then they just got taken right out of the game. You didn't hear them until the end. So what do we need to say to Detroit fans out there and Fords, as Rick says, field?
I said Ford, so shut the fuck up.
I asked Neil. I didn't ask you, Rick.
Shut up, Peckerhead.
Great job. Great job.
Beers,
That's what the team needs.
But they needed the whole game, right? They can't just get when they get down, they get like us on the couch. Nope. Oh gosh!
If
you're at the game, keep going. Right.
You give them a good product, they're going to be there to support you. If it's ho hum and boring, you're going to get a ho hum and boring audience.
Got to get loud, stay loud.
That was awesome. There were several times, so we didn't have audio for the game again, which is a problem that we run into out here. But there were several times that I saw the camera shake.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to see. Like, you can tell that it's loud in there when the camera's shaking. Mm-hmm. Like, that's impressive. That takes a lot of effort to do that. And everybody that was there today, 65,000 plus or whatever it was with the standing room only. Great job. Fantastic job.
Yeah,
you guys did exactly what you need to do every week that there's a game at Ford Field. Every single week.
Yeah, they need to fill a stadium, but they need to keep the intensity up, and you can't get down. And that's, as much as we all hate the Sea Sucks, that's one of the things their crowds are enthusiastically doing every week. I don't know about this season. We'll see on Monday night. But, it's just the crowd really got taken out of it in the second quarter. And they tried to come back in the third and the fourth, and they did. But if you could do that the whole game, I think that would really help. So
it can be the one thing when the team – we've seen it out here in Seattle. It is the one thing that when the team is not playing well, the crowd can still influence how the game goes. And as long as everybody keeps that in mind and we keep selling out games and we keep going in there and doing our part, it might, even if it sucks and you have to fake it, be loud for their sake.
Agreed. Absolutely. I mean, let's get into the second half a little bit here. Actually, let's get into the fourth quarter.
We're sitting here talking, and Rick just starts giggling. He's like,
well, let's talk about the fourth quarter. I mean, the heart attack cats were back for sure. They tried to fake us out and kind of we're going to roll over, and then all of a sudden they're like, nope, we're going to come back. So again, that's another reason I can't fault Campbell, even though. Go ahead.
Do you feel like at any point in this game they gave up?
They never gave up.
No, I didn't.
And you're right,
Butler. That's the difference.
Yep,
that's the difference.
They never wavered. They never fucking paused. They played. They made some stupid mistakes. They got in each other's faces, and they played. They were down by 17, guys. We lost by 3.
Yeah.
Down by 17 at the half in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think
we lost by 3.
I think that is the grit Dan Campbell's talking about. So I'm happy with that. Detroit can and will.
He started it, by the way.
I didn't touch him.
Any more questions for us, guys? We're gonna start.
So there was one down here that came from Matt Giles.
Okay.
Thought we cut Pimpleton. We did cut Pimpleton.
Yes.
Apologies if we accidentally said that name, but we no longer have Pimpleton on the team. So
yes. Yeah, we talked about that actually last week. If you guys didn't join in for the recap of the Hard Knocks. Hey, want to say again,
Raymond. He's on the team.
Raymond is, yeah. He didn't have a good game either, though.
Not a great one. No.
No,
I feel like I was really excited to see the receivers this game coming into the season, and hopefully they're just getting the kind of the kinks out of everything. But yuck.
I know Reynolds Reynolds had that one catch for the touchdown, right? But he really struggled too. He wasn't having.
He struggled. He dropped some balls.
So
St. Brown, unbelievable. Dropped some balls.
I think that's something that I think we all can agree that that's not going to be a problem every week.
No, it's not.
The first week, it's everybody's got the nerves going. I know I had nerves going. I wasn't even playing in the game, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. 100%. Yeah. 100% agree.
Yeah, talking about all the drops. We talked about that earlier, Matthew. There was some problems, but again, I'm of the thought that you don't have 5 or 6 different people drop every ball if it's not coming from the same person. I'm sorry.
Reynolds.
So,
sorry, I was
you
fact
said
checking.
earlier.
Go ahead.
You said earlier maybe he's throwing the ball too hard. I call bullshit. So I went to a conference. I worked for a school district, and we had a kid conference, and one of our speakers was a receiver who played for the Green Bay Packers, and he said straight up that when frickin' Brett Favre threw the football to him, they broke their fucking knuckles. Every freaking receiver in Green Bay Packers' knuckles were broken. So I walked up and shook his hand. He goes, "Look, I can't get my ring off. My knuckles are broken. The ball was thrown hard." But guess what? He caught the fucking ball. If it hits you in your hands, catch it.
Okay. So this guy actually caught balls from Favre?
Yes, I don't care how hard you throw the ball. They're receivers.
Because this was a old wives' tale back in the 80s when Dan Marino and the Three Amigos used to be out there. That he used to throw the ball so hard that it broke the knuckles. So I don't know if that's true, but
no. I talked to the receiver, and I can't remember his name now because he wasn't a big. He got drafted by the Jets and then got traded to the Green Bay Packers. He was a great speaker. He's from Tacoma. He played football with who's the quarterback from here?
Oh, you're talking about John Smith.
Nope, not John Smith. But who's the quarterback from here? Who the Lions picked him up here?
Brunell.
No.
Kidna.
John Kidna. He played at Central Washington with them, and that's why he did a speech with us. And bigger than shit, dude. His knuckles were all freaking broke from catching balls from Brett Favre.
Hey, Neil.
But he caught the ball.
Neil, you were fact checking me on Reynolds?
Yeah, it wasn't Reynolds that caught it. It was Chark.
You're right.
St. Brown had one. Chark had one. Williams had 2, and Swift had 1 today.
Austin asked about Jamison Williams. I think he meant Jamal Williams.
So happy you asked that question. So happy. Absolutely excited about Williams.
Yeah.
Like, very excited. Once we get somebody that can take the top off of defense and somebody that the defense has to account for every single play, different ball game. You don't get any more of those little soft zones and stuff like that. You have somebody that you have to put a guy on, maybe 2. And I think that Williams is that guy.
Agreed.
So great question. Thank you for asking about that.
And that was he's the leader on the team. Again, they talked about it even on there about the hard knocks when he almost broke down crying and saying he was tired of losing. I mean, he's leading the team. He's leading by an example. So I'm stoked about that.
And I'll say this much. I would not be surprised if Jamison Williams comes out week 5 for his first game of the season and leads the team in receiving.
Is it Jamison Williams or Jamal Williams?
Jamal Williams is the running back.
Jamison, different guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was confused then. I was thinking of Jamal Williams.
I would not be surprised if Jamison Williams leads the team in receiving yards for the season.
The other part of the question.
4-week head start.
Okay. So, what you guys take for the Lions record this year? Well, glad you asked that because we have our final picks from last week. We have our picks from our final pick was 12-5. Neil thought Detroit Rick was at 10-7, and I'm at 9-8. So those are our picks for the year, guys.
Well, I picked us winning this game.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That was rough.
This was a good game, though.
No, it was a good game, and that if they would have ended us being down by 17, we'd have been a whole different attitude right now.
I don't know when I got so negative, but I don't know where. I can't agree with you that this was a good game.
So let me go back to the question that I opened this video with.
Okay.
Are the Eagles a playoff team?
I don't know. What does that
them
matter?
And the Cowboys to win the division.
Well, it does matter. If it's a good team and we've lost to a good team by 3 points, I'm okay with that.
I'm getting to a point here. Please play along. Are the Eagles a playoff team?
Sure. Yeah. They're a playoff team. They're going to go right to the playoffs.
No. So I'm serious.
I'm agreeing with you.
I'm not asking for your opinion. I'm asking for anybody that's listening to this to think of that question because Washington's not going to win the division. Giants aren't going to win the division. It's going to be
Sorry,
between
Tommy.
the Cowboys and the Eagles to win that
Sorry,
division.
Tommy.
Huh?
No, he
I
said
said
sorry.
sorry, Tommy.
He said
Oh.
sorry, Tommy.
Sorry, Tommy. RIP. Hashtag not Giants. So you have it between the two teams who are head and shoulders above the other ones in the division. And it'll come down to one of those two teams will win that division. And possibly the other one will make the wild card. Can we agree on that?
Sure.
Okay, let's agree on that. So what's the difference between the Eagles and the Lions today? I'll answer
3
it for you.
points. 3 points.
The Lions made mistakes. The Eagles didn't.
That's right.
And we
right.
lost by 3 points.
The
And we
Eagles
made
didn't
two
make mistakes. I don't know what the final of the penalties was, but if somebody wants to fact check that real quick,
They were really
I'm pretty
good
sure they made plenty of mistakes. Speaking of penalties,
not
speaking of
turnovers.
They were
penalties,
close.
speaking of penalties, let's talk about Tracy Walker because that was
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
He did. The tackle was done, and he did come in head first. He
Okay,
did. He
yes.
fucked up, dude.
But the second, it's because they called two on him, and the second one was when the ref was pushing him back, I believe. But he wasn't the one punching the air; it was the other.
Yeah,
team.
the other guy. So it should have been offsetting.
There should have been offsetting at least on one of those.
Yeah.
Did you see that, Neil?
No,
I was actually
talking to someone.
taking a bathroom break.
Okay,
I missed that one.
And he went to go pee. He went to go
thanks
pee.
for that. So Matt says yes, the Eagles will make the playoffs. So there you go, Neil.
Thank you. So saying that, do you agree or disagree with what I said after that? And that's because that's important. I mean, I think that we played a good game. I think that we made a couple mistakes.
Okay, I'll go with good game. I'm okay with good game. I've been pretty negative. I'm trying not to be.
Stop being a fucking Debbie Downer, you little motherfucker.
So to answer your question, Butler, Eagles had 10 penalties for 61 yards. Lions had 7 for 65.
Okay. All right. Well, 10 penalties is some mistakes, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would rather have a 10-yard penalty than an interception.
I don't know, Neil, John, if I'm more frustrated at the drop passes or the missed tackles. I think I'm more frustrated at the missed tackles because there was so many times we've had him behind the line, the running back or the quarterback.
Well, it's Jalen Hurts too, though. And you're right, the running backs too. No, you're right. But
did it not piss you off how long he was taking to do everything?
I didn't really.
I'm going to throw the ball away at the last second. Right. I'm going to slide at the last second.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's why the defenders were a little gun shy about hitting him.
I know, because it's a penalty. So he played into that shit. Same thing with that fucking shuffle pass bullshit. You little punk ass bitch.
Did you see the one, the chest pass?
Yeah, I didn't. I just don't. I didn't understand either of those.
There was no one. He was in the pocket still and threw it to 3 Lions and dropped it, and no flag.
He was
significantly
outside of the pocket.
Oh, he's outside the pocket.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
I don't think.
I'm eating all your cherries.
Let's go to the Matthew Morris play of the week. We started this after we started our podcast back in the day, and Matthew Morris. I don't know if he ever even actually listened to our podcast, but his sister came on and he passed away. Yeah, he passed away, and so we kind of carried on his name because he's a huge Lions fan. Yep. What was the play of the week this week, Neil?
So I'm going to leave it up for the comments.
Okay.
And I'm going to group it towards performances. One performance against one play, because this is difficult for me. I think that Swift had a great game.
Yeah.
And then I think that the DJ Chark touchdown at the end of the game was an awesome touchdown. So what was better for you? You guys have a couple minutes to vote here, and then we'll announce it as the official Matthew Morris play of the game or performance, depending on who you pick. Was it Swift's overall game, or was it Chark's touchdown?
Okay, yeah, put it in the comments, guys. Hey, real quick, too, want to thank Lori for making our Rain City Roar logo.
Oh, yeah, that's badass, man.
We really appreciate that, and we've been meaning to say thank you the last couple weeks, and I keep forgetting because I'm an idiot. So
once again, a little background to that logo. We are out here by Seattle, Washington. Slightly more spread it out now than we were originally, but we're still in the Pacific Northwest. So we have Mount Rainier, We're Lions fans. That's why you have a mountain and a lion. And it's not a mountain lion.
And if you're homeless, come up. And if you're homeless, come out here because everybody else is here.
Okay, Rick.
It looks like Swift. Oh,
Are they saying Swift?
Swift is taking
this is
it.
my Matthew Morris player of the week.
So real quick, just in case anybody ever calls like BS on us for what we're seeing and what we're deciding. So we're getting feedback from Facebook, from Twitter, from YouTube, all at the same time. So everything coming in from all of those different areas, this was unanimously Swift.
Yep, for sure.
Unanimously Swift.
Yeah, so I guess we should change that to player of the game. There we go.
Yeah.
Fine.
What? So who are we playing next week? I honestly didn't even look. Are we playing the Commanders?
Oh, goodness.
And they had a good game this week too, man. Those guys played.
Did they?
Yeah.
We are playing Washington.
Commanders.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do we think? I mean,
The
that's
Commanders.
that's obviously a winnable game.
Well, today was a winnable game.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You know,
Today
I forgot.
was a winnable game, and the Eagles are a better team than Washington.
Yeah. Remember the last time we seen the fucking Skins play? Where were we at, guys? Motor City.
Oh, that was when Kirk Cousins was still the quarterback for him, right?
Won that game in the last play of the game. Remember that shit?
We went to the Redskins. I thought we went to Chicago.
No.
No, you went to Detroit.
No, we went to
Redskins game.
Detroit. Chicago was the one game.
We did do that.
The first
And
game
Redskins
was
the other game.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
First
yeah.
game was the Redskins. Okay.
When you tried ice skating, so if you guys don't know Butler, he's fuck.
Ice skating.
I wanted
How cool
to.
was it?
We were
How
too
cool
drunk.
was that?
We had too many beers to go out on
We had
skates.
too many
We
beers.
would have killed somebody.
Yep.
So we just high fived people as they
Yeah, Butler's like slapped right by high five. Then I took him to Lafayette's Chili Dogs and American Coney and Lafayette, man. How cool was that, Butler?
Oh yeah, that was good stuff. We had a good time.
Stuff.
That was cold that time.
It was cold, but we had some badass freaking old fashions at the bar at the hotel. Remember that shit?
Yeah, that was. And they had the big bulb round ice cubes.
Yep, exactly.
That was good
You
stuff.
ready for my story, baby? I got a story of the week, bitches.
Whoa! I know. I was just about to bring that up. Detroit Rick. So we do a thing every week where Detroit Rick is. He's a very interesting fella, if you haven't noticed, and he gets himself into some situations once in a while, and so we like to give him a little part of the podcast, a video cast here to tell what we like to call Detroit Rick's story of the week.
Wow, this isn't about me.
Week.
This story isn't about me, but so one of my buddies, man, he's a combat medic. So I'm retired Army. So one of my buddies is a combat medic. And when you're a medic, sometimes you have to work in the aid station. The aid station is where all the soldiers go for sick call. So poor fucking Rodney, Staff Sergeant Simpson, is behind the counter. This young kid comes up, the doctor. So he's trying to get his wife pregnant, this young kid, and his wife's not getting pregnant. They want to give a semen sample to make sure that he's fertile. So he walks up the counter, and there's like freaking 50 soldiers in line. So Rodney's trying to deal with everybody, gives the kid a fucking cup, needs a semen sample. Gives him a fucking cup, Playboy magazine, says, give me a sample, just turn it when you're done. So kid goes off. Rodney's going about his fucking day, working. An hour and a half goes by. This poor fucking kid comes out of the fucking bathroom, lays the fucking Playboy magazine down, gives the fucking cup to Rodney, says, Staff Sergeant, I don't think I can do it. And Rodney's like, what do you mean? I can't fill up this line. He gave him a fucking urine cup. This is fill this line. This poor kid's like, rubbing that fucking shit up. You're trying to fill up a fucking cup with this fucking cup.
I don't. Why did he have to? I don't mean to take away from your story, Rick. Why did he have to give a semen sample?
Because his wife wasn't getting pregnant. They were trying to get pregnant. The doctor said, give a sample.
Gotcha.
So Rodney grabbed the cup, goes, you're good, man, you're good. Go back to your unit, report back to your commander. This poor kid must have rubbed that fucker raw for like 2.5 hours trying to fill the cup up to here. Because Rodney just gave him a urinalysis cup. And the urine cups, they fill to here. This poor fucking kid Just fucking tugging and pulling.
All right, so since we already hit the over/under, those won't count.
Was that story inappropriate for her?
No,
those
not at
towards
all.
next week.
Okay.
Yes, we can. We can put those towards next week.
Over/under starts at 28.
The over/under next week's going to be high. I guess, especially if Rick ties one on again the night before. You have to keep me updated, Neil.
Okay, I will. Nope.
So what do we think about next week? We're thinking they can. You think it's going to be better? We think we're going to go in and they're going to play better. They're going to be a little more settled in.
I am confident that if this Lions team is who we think they are, they walk out of there with a win, and it's not close.
Rick?
I don't even fucking know. We're going to win the game. No, I'm listening. Of course I'm listening.
We play to win the game.
We're playing the freaking, I can't say Redskins. We're playing like, they call the Commanders now.
That's it.
What are they called
You can still call them the Redskins, but yeah, they're called the Washington Commanders.
Let's go
Washington
Washington.
Commanders.
Let's call them Washington.
Let's call them Washington.
Who's the quarterback now?
Wentz?
Yeah.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah. I think actually that was a question. Here's a good question for us. How many sacks next week? I mean, we had what, one today?
We had one.
I think
We had five.
Hutchinson's going to get off.
Five they missed.
Hutchie's going to get off next week. So between him and maybe they'll blitz
to.
Rodrigo a little bit, and Tracy will be back, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I would comfortably say 3 sacks next week. I think the defense is going to show up because, like I said, I was kind of surprised to see how poorly they played today. I think that's going to change by next week.
So hey, what's this Matthew guy saying? What's that? I can't read. I'm blind as fuck.
Matthew says, I was in a bar.
And the PI talked to the girl for 2 hours before our relationship was death. It's a good one.
Dude. I hope he's on your game there, big dog.
All right, Austin says 5. So I'm saying 3. How many sacks you guys saying?
I'm going to say 53 plus the coaching staff.
I got 4.
53 plus the coaching staff.
C plus what?
The coaching staff.
So okay, that's my other question then. So we got, is it Aaron Glenn?
Yep.
And then you got Deuce Staley. I think obviously the offense outperformed.
John's got 2.
The defense.
Austin's got 5.
As far as the defensive coordinator, what do you think he has to do? What does he need to do different to get the defense firing?
I think he's just got to settle them down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that they're excited.
I think you're right now. I think they were just overzealous. They were just so excited to be there. You know what I mean? It's like when you're 16-year-old and you got this girl in the back of your van, you give her some Jolly Ranchers, she jumps in your van, and you bust a nut before you even do anything. The kids were excited.
I was thinking more along the lines of it's like training a dog to be a fighting dog, and then you tell it to go play with other dogs.
I like my analogy better.
We have to let we have to let them find that Goldilocks zone of like where's playing and where's about to kill, and let them live in that. Be more aggressive than the other guy, but don't kill him.
Both of those analogies are really confusing, but I trust you guys, so we'll go with that. I don't have an analogy for it, but the Jolly Ranchers and van thing, was that a candy and van thing, Rick?
That's how I got Paula in the van, dude.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I had a custom van, and so Paula's got a T-shirt that says, "I want the candy before I get in the van."
I already fell for that once.
All right. Well,
I have a couple of Detroit Rick stories of the week about the van later.
Nice. So tune back in for the Detroit Rick stories of the week every week here on Detroit Sports Nation with us, Rain City Roar. Anything else you guys want to touch on about the game? Anything we didn't cover?
Nope.
We're good.
I hope that they stick with the run game. I hope that they stick with it.
Yeah.
You set that precedent. You beat them up between the lines. You wear them down, and then you get your shots. I'm fine with how they approached the game today. They just didn't execute it very well.
Okay. Rick, anything?
Nope. Good to go. I'm. You know what? I was totally depressed when we were down by 17, and we came back. We lost by 3.
And he's still totally depressed.
I'm still depressed we lost the game.
Well, it's because you drank so much last night.
Yeah. I smoked 4 cigars too, dude.
Oh,
Dude. No. Today was exciting. The opening drive was phenomenal. The opening drive, picture fucking perfect. Then it fell up. The wheels fell off the wagon. Came back second half. Did a great job. We lost by 3. If we would have made that fucking tackle on 4th and 1, we'd have had the ball back. Chance to drive down, at least go to overtime. I'm excited about that.
Yep.
But learn the fucking tackle. Dan Campbell, I know you're watching our shit. You crazy motherfucker. Teach him how to tackle. Yep, that's what I have to say.
all right, guys. Well, hey, we appreciate all of you jumping in and commenting today. We'll be back every week about anywhere from 15 to half hour after the game. If you guys want to jump on, tell your friends. And until next week, I'm Butler.
I'm Neil.
I'm Detroit Rick. Peace out, bitches. Woo! Ain't no party like